want to welcome back to Capitol Review Congressman Steny. Great to see you in person. So the last time we spoke, you were at home with COVID, and now you're navigating life after House leadership. How has that been? Do you feel like you've been able to focus more on local priorities since you stepped down?
Well, I like to think I was focused on local priorities all of the time that I was also majority leader. And I think most of my constituents got that impression because we got things done for Prince George's County, for Southern Maryland, Charles, Calvert, and St. Mary's, and Anne Arundel County. So I think I've done that. But yes, I have a little more time now that both things, I'm not in the leadership per se. As you know, I've just been appointed chair of the Regional Leadership Council, which is going to take time. But it will also give me an opportunity to look at the needs of Maryland and work with the governor and the legislature to make sure that those needs are met and we qualify for the programs that we've passed over the last 2 years.
So talk to us about the Regional Leadership Council. It's a new initiative under Leader Hakeem Jeffries. This is brand new. There's no template for this. So what's your vision on how this will work? I understand it relies on your close relationship with President Biden. Well,
it relies on that, I suppose, and I'm going to work very closely with the president and with the cabinet, as well as Mitch Landrieu, the former mayor of New Orleans, who has been tasked to focus on the infrastructure bill. And the whole concept is to make sure that we've passed programs that are aimed at helping America build its infrastructure, expand its manufacturing, and be competitive in the 21st century.
And you're also on the Appropriations Committee. So last year, you secured $16 million just for your district alone. What are you planning to accomplish this year, now that you're also a ranking member of the Financial Services and General Government Subcommittee?
Well, we're going to be looking, of course, at what the district needs are. We will invite suggestions from the county officials, the school systems, other entities in the county. As you know, these go to these community projects go to nonprofit or public entities, not to private sector entities. So we'll be asking them what they need, what would be helpful. Some will be large, some will be small, but each one, I think, makes a real difference. And as you know, I was a big supporter of making sure that the constitutional authority given to the Congress, not to the executive, to raise and spend money remained intact, because after all, members of Congress know their districts better than people in Washington, D.C.
So following that, Prince George's County is one of your regions. What do you think Prince George's County needs right now in this year?
Well, Prince George's County, I think, needs economic development. And one of the things that we're working on, of course, very, very hard and very focused on getting the FBI headquarters, which will be a building that will have $1 billion plus, maybe $2 billion, maybe even more than that, in the construction of that building, because the present building is falling apart. The present building also is on Pennsylvania Avenue and is very exposed to terrorist attack. And so the director of the FBI, Mueller, came to me in 2009. That's how long I've been working on this. In 2009, said, look, can you help us get a new headquarters? I was then on what was then called the Treasury Postal Committee. Now it's the Financial Services and General Government Committee. And I said, of course. I've toured the building that it now exists. It's a danger to the employees and a danger to those who walk around the building.
So why do you think Prince George's County deserves the spot over the one in Virginia?
Well, for one thing, I think we're a less expensive site for the taxpayer. It's a better buy for the taxpayer. I think we provide better security setbacks, better security environment for the FBI. And I think that we have a workforce and a high-tech community, and we have Andrews Air Force Base, we have the University of Maryland, we have Goddard Space Flight Center, we have the Fort Meade, and not too far away, Cybersecurity Center. So I think it's a perfect environment for the FBI. And I think from an equity standpoint, from putting public assets where they will best help the community grow and succeed, Prince George's County has been ignored to some degree. We have 4% of the office space. Springfield and Fairfax County have 11% of the office space. And very frankly, the leadership, Angela Also Brooks and the County Council, believe that with 48% of the warehouse space that apparently the federal government has taken us for granted and put warehouse space in, but not office space. So we're arguing equity, we're arguing cost, we're arguing the fact that we meet the criteria of FBI security.
All right, Congressman Steny, thank you. We'll be right back.